I'm gonna show to you, my fellow Kachesers. I'm gonna show to you, my fellow Kachesers. Chessers TV, never give up. Part 55, my fellow Kachesers. My fellow Kachesers. My fellow Kachesers. To God be all the glory. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. So what's this? This is puzzle, my fellow Kachesers. After Rook F4, what's the best continuation on this position? What's the best continuation? This is white to play, my fellow Kachesers. White to play, my fellow Kachesers. White to play, my fellow Kachesers. So what is the best continuation on this position? So what is the best continuation on this position after Rook F4, my fellow Kachesers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow Kachesers, after Rook F4? Rook F4. Rook F4. Rook F4, my fellow Kachesers, okay? Uy. Yeah. So, what is the best continuation on this position after Rook F4? So, this is white to play. So, this is white to play, my fellow Kachesers. White to play. So, this is white to play, my fellow Kachesers. White to play, my fellow Kachesers. So, this is white to play. White to play, my fellow Kachesers, as you can see there. So I think the best consideration on this position is rook takes, a bishop takes f4, rook takes. So next puzzle is king to f, king to c1, king to c1, king to c1. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow Kachesers, after king c1? King c1, my fellow Kachesers. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow Kachesers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow Kachesers, after rook king c1, c1? This is black to play. So here or here. So let's try to here. So I'm gonna try to see a chess game. Chess game, chess game, chess game, my fellow Kachesers. Chess game. Chess game, my fellow Kachesers. So, wait, my fellow Kachesers. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say, my fellow Kachesers. So, here, my fellow Kachesers. So, after this one, okay. So, that side. So that's why, my fellow Kachesers, shout outs to our viewers, my fellow Kachesers, shout outs to our viewers, shout outs to our viewers, yeah, shout outs to our viewers, shout outs to our viewers, my fellow Kachesers, okay? So you can share the live streaming, okay? To your loved ones, okay? Anyway, so you can share, my fellow Kachesers, this live streaming. So they can see what I'm trying to say. Ooh. So what is the best consideration in this position, my fellow Kachesers? Shout outs to our viewers. Okay, so shout outs to our viewers. Shout outs to our viewers. Okay. Chessers TV. Chessers TV, never give up. Part what? Chessers TV, never give up. Part 55. Chessers TV, never give up. Part 55, my fellow Kachesers. Chessers TV, never give up. Part 55, my fellow Kachesers. Chessers TV, never give up. Part 55, my fellow Kachesers. So shout outs to our viewers. Shout outs to you, man. So queen c5. This is the best consideration in this position, my fellow chessers. What do you think? What do you think, my fellow chessers? What? Bishop c5. Okay. So what the? What? So after this, we're gonna try to what? We're gonna try to solve a puzzles so that our brain we're gonna anyway. Hello fresh boy. Hello my fresh boy. What's going on? Yeet. Fresh boy, what's going on? So after this, my fellow chessers, I'm gonna try to solve a puzzle after this. So oh yeah, what the that's fine. So I'm gonna try to rematch or not. Wait, my fellow chessers, rematch or not? Rematch? Okay, no. But that's fine. That's fine, my fellow chessers. That's fine. That's fine, my fellow chessers. That's fine. So that's fine, my fellow chessers. H4. Queen. Bishop and then takes. Oh no. So what's the best consideration in this position, my fellow chessers? Oh no. King. Oh! What? So we're gonna try to checkmate this using 0.5. So let's get it on. To God be all the glory, praise Lord Jesus Christ. To God be all the glory, praise Lord Jesus Christ. So next, I'm gonna try to create a puzzles or solve a puzzles here. So king to f7. King to f7. What's the best consideration on this position, my fellow contestants, after king f7? King f7. What's the best consideration on this position after king f7? After king f7, what's the best consideration on this position? King f7. What's the best consideration on this position after king f7? I think the best consideration for this position is here. What is the best consideration for this position, my fellow chessers? So what is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? Can you help me, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position after king f7? King f7. What is the best continuation on this position after king f7? Here. I think here. Rook. Queen to f1. What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation after queen f1? I think queen h2. Queen h2 is the best. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? Can you guess? What is the best continuation? What is the best continuation on this position after rook c8, rook f8? I think rook h7 here and queen f7. So let's try. So king to what? King to h1. Hindi, queen to h7. Queen to h7. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers, after queen f7? After queen f7, what is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position after queen h7? This is black to play, black to play, black to play, my fellow chessers. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers, after queen f7? Queen h7. What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position after queen h7? Think here, go here. Block to play. Think here, check, then rook to h1, then takes, and then you go here, the pawn, the opening. So h takes g5. H takes g5. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What? What is the best continuation after she takes g4? G5. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? What is the best for this side? Okay? Anyway, the best continuation I think is rook takes or queen takes, sacrificing the queen on h2, and king takes a2, rook a4, checkmate, my fellow chessers. Why? Because the king cannot go here on b1. Why? Because we have bishop on g6, my fellow chessers. Okay, so I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say, my fellow chessers. So we're gonna try to sacrifice, and then rook a4, checkmate, and then next puzzle, my fellow chessers. Rook d3. Oh, rook d3. What is the best continuation on this position? Come on, mama. Anyway, so what is the best continuation on this position, my fellow purchasers? What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow purchasers? After rook d3, what is the best continuation? Because this is puzzle, okay? Chess puzzle. So you can solve, okay? Anyway, so I'm gonna try to move the rook on b8. What do you think? Rook on b8 is right or not? We're gonna try to rook to b8, and then bishop. Rook takes c8, and then rook takes d8, my fellow purchasers. So yeah, what's the best consideration on this position after bishop d5, my fellow purchasers? What is the best continuation on this position after bishop d5, my fellow purchasers? What is the best continuation on this position after bishop d5? Can you guess? Can you guess, my fellow purchasers, what is the best continuation on this position? I guess the best continuation on this position is what? Rook to g6, and go here, the king on h7, go here, and then I'm gonna try to rook to d6. This bishop on d3 gonna open, and will be checked on h7 king, and then at the same time, if king go here on g7, rook takes d8 or d5, but the best is d8. Okay, so I think that's the point. So rook g6 and rook d6, and then rook to d8. Next puzzle, my fellow purchasers. Bishop c4, my fellow purchasers. What is the best continuation on this position after bishop c4, my fellow purchasers? Can you guess what is the best continuation? I think the best continuation on this position, my fellow purchasers, is what? Can you guess, my fellow purchasers? Can you guess, my fellow purchasers? I guess take this. Bishop takes g7. Bishop takes b7, g7, and if king takes g7, we have bishop takes e5, and then as you can see, for my fellow purchasers. So I'm gonna try it now. Rook takes g7, then king takes g7, bishop takes e5, and then rook takes b8, my fellow purchasers. So what is the best continuation on this position, my fellow purchasers? Can you guess what is the best continuation on this position? I think the best continuation on this position. This is black to play, my fellow purchasers. Black to play after bishop b5. This is black to play. Okay? This is black to play. So, okay. Black to play, my fellow purchasers. Bishop b5. What is the best continuation on this position after bishop b5? Bishop b5. I think the best continuation is what? Rook takes a1, and then queen takes a1, then bishop takes b5, something like that. So what is the best continuation on this position? Can you guess, my fellow purchasers? So, okay, We'll try to take, and then bishop takes b5. So what is the best continuation on this position after bishop e3 or bishop takes e3, my fellow chessers? Can you guess, my fellow chessers? My fellow chessers, what is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? My fellow chessers, my fellow chessers. Okay. Okay. What is the best for this side? I think rook to g3. Okay. e7. What's the best continuation? I think f5. Then rook to g3. King f6. What is the best continuation? I think rook to g6. And then rook takes f5. Knight g5. What is the best continuation on this position after knight g5? I think here king c6, king b7, king takes a7, queen c5. What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position? What is the best continuation on this position? So queen c5. What is the best continuation on this position, my fellow chessers? Can you guess? What is the best? What is the best continuation on this position? I think the best continuation on this position is queen takes c5, and then rook to d8, and then rook takes h8. So that's the best. So what's the best continuation on this position after h3, my fellow chessers? What is the best continuation on this position after h3? After h3, what's the best continuation? h3. I think the best continuation on this position after h3 is what? Rook takes, and then here rook e1, and then knight f1. So next puzzle, my fellow chessers. Chessers TV, Never Give Up, Part 55, 1950, 02 seconds. To God be all the glory. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. What if I try to go here and then it takes rook b6? To God be all the glory. Praise Lord Jesus Christ.